Without change, you would just be stunted. Stunted in growth, stunted in living life fully, stunted. Change is powerful. Change is power. And change can feel very challenging for most of us, can't it? I know I've had a lot of change. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've had immense change. And I would imagine that you've had a lot of change in the last year. And there's a lot of change happening right now in the world. And there will always be a lot of change happening in the world. There's natural disasters, and there's man-made things, and there's, I mean, all kinds of things happening in the world. Change is, it's going to happen. We live on planet Earth, and it is a planet of action. It is a planet of dynamics. It's a planet of duality and polarity. There's good and bad, wrong and right. All the duality of living with our senses on planet Earth. It's when we move away from our senses and into practices like meditation that we can move into past time, past space, and move into time and space. So basically no time, like no time, just the present into the fifth dimension or something of that nature, moving through quantum physics, the way that I understand it. And very honestly, dimension, you know, fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th, 12th, the point is there are many, many dimensions, and you are the creator of your own life. And so change is going to happen on planet Earth. And it's not always comfortable, and it's not always easy, yet it is inevitable. And when we choose to flow with it and choose to create opportunities, that is when we grow, rather than resisting. What you resist persists, which means that you are putting your energy into stop. I don't want to do this. This is not good. No fun. I don't want to grow. I've built enough character. I've said that a few times. My hubby used to say that all the time. It's like, I think I've got enough character. He didn't say that, but he's like, I built enough character. And so we all go through change. If we are on planet Earth, we're going to go through change. And when we embrace the change, then, and we see the opportunities, it's pretty amazing. I'm Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am here to help you to change your programs, to help you to create freedom, to have that freedom in your life by changing your programs, your mental programs, from negative to positive, meaning all that self-talk that is, I'm not good enough, can't do this, don't have enough money, and no one would choose me, I don't have any luck, I always forget names, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, this, what I can't do, I focus on what I can't do, and I'm a victim of this or that person or this situation or whatever happened, and I'm a victim of my situation, and I'm not good enough, not worthy. Those are the kinds of things that just, they're just going through our head. That's the negative self-talk that holds us back, sabotages us. Over 77% in our conscious mind, that's what's happening. And over 90 to 95% in our subconscious mind, that's what's happening. So to read January 12th, we're in in order to help you find the freedom that you are looking for and change your negative self-talk to positive, as a life coach and certified by Dr. Shad Helmstetter, and a self-talk trainer certified as well by Dr. Shad Helmstetter. This guy is in his 80s now, and he's still, every single person that goes through the training, he certifies us. So it's really beautiful, and it's like a hand-picked person that that he welcomes into the fold, and he doesn't take it lightly. So we're all very well trained on how to help people as life coaches, specifically help them change their programs, which is their mental programs that stop them, hold them back, sabotage them, and are harmful. and are counterproductive. So that's why I come on here, because I really want to help you to do that. One of the tools I use is Dr. Shad Helmstedter's book. This year, we're doing 365 days of positive self-talk. 365 days of positive self-talk. So today is January 12th, and it is day 12 of the year. So interesting. If you've been with me, you know we've gone through, we started in 23, in November of 23, and then we did all of 24. We started all over in 24 and did day 1 through 366 because it was a leap year. And now we're back to day 1, and we're now on day 12 of 2025. And so today, January 12th, here is your passage. And these are self-talk phrases, which are very, very, these are phrases that tell the brain exactly what you want. If you were to repeat, this is neuroplasticity we're talking about. The brain is constantly rewiring itself until you take your very last breath. So if you were to repeat, these would get wired. It would fire and wire together in your brain, because you're telling your brain what you want it to do, believe, create. It's not believe, it's objective, it's not subjective. Like, you believe this, brain. No, that comes with the heart. That comes with your programs and what you want, like what you will to be, and by through your intention and through repetition and through an elevated emotion of wanting that and knowing you can do that, and feeling that goodness that you know you are changing your mental programs from negative to positive. So January 12th, I see change as a natural part of life, the next pathway to my positive future, and the opportunity to grow. In any change that comes my way, I look for the opportunity in the change. I find a way to learn and grow because of it, and I make it work. That could be so loaded that, you think about what's happening in the world right now. Just think about what's going on. And it's like, is that change that's good? And I'll tell you right now, in my own, if you've been following me in my own life, I've had massive change. And is it good? Is it painful? Is it sad? Is it riddled with grief? Yes. And is it riddled with significant change? Yes. Yet I have shown you how to excel in times of change, and how you can take something that could be seen as a negative, and it's not about turning it into a positive. It is about, which eventually it will become, it is about looking at it and saying, what's the opportunity here? What am I to learn? And I teach practical spirituality, so the spiritual journey and the human experience. And when we take the spiritual journey that we've chosen it all, whether you believe that or not, it's very, very empowering. And I'm not asking you to believe. If you're on my channel, then this channel, then I hope that you'll consider anything that will empower you. Just thinking about it, like, what if? What if? I don't have all the answers for you. I have all the answers for me, my beliefs, my programs, the things that I choose. And you have your own. So it's up to you to decide what's important to you. And this whole thing is today, it's all about change and taking an opportunity to grow from change, because planet Earth is not static. No matter, even if you were to lay in bed every single day, it is not static. Your body, you would start losing muscle mass, so the atrophy. You would start feeling depressed. You would have less and less energy. You would probably be more and more depressed, and a lot of things would happen. Not static. You might think you're just laying there, but nope. A lot of things are happening in your body, your gut biome. Like, so many things are happening. No matter what, if you choose not to do something, that's an active decision for your body to do whatever it's going to do. So no matter what you choose, it is an active decision to there's change that's going to occur. So let's spin this around, because we like to have that higher self, or someone that you really, somebody that you admire and you're influenced by them because they're they love you, they support you, they want to help you, and you listen to them like a parent, like someone that you want to learn how to become more financially capable or strong, or somebody in relationships, or someone in your spiritual community or something, but somebody that you'll listen to. And so, or yourself, speaking to yourself, or your higher self. So it is in the second person. We just did the first person, and now we're going to turn it to the second person. You see change as a natural part of life, the next pathway to your positive future, and the opportunity to grow. In any change that comes your way, you look for the opportunity in the change. You find a way to learn and grow because of it, and you make it work. Yes, you do. That's what you do with change. You look for the opportunities, and you look for the opportunity to help it, to make it, to grow. So it is so beautiful, so empowering. The more that you recognize that you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and 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 you want to be free. Like, I know you, I know my audience, and I know that if you're listening to this, you want freedom. You want financial freedom. You want freedom to do what you want and be with who you want and create what you want. You want the ability to travel, to do things that are to help your family members, your loved ones. You want the ability to have those financial resources to do all that. You want to have a beautiful relationship, that a loving relationship, one of mutual respect. And these are things that are important to you. And freedom, the freedom is key to that, because you can say, I want $1,000,000, and we talk about this a lot. You don't want $1,000,000. You want what the $1,000,000 represents. You want the freedom, the ability to buy, to have your home, to have that stability, that security, because that's freedom to you. That's freedom to you to spend on your loved ones and buy your mother a home, and or fully pay off your brother's mortgage who's struggling, or buy some land, or do help others that are less fortunate, maybe help with the wildfires or anything that's happening. You want to be able to contribute, because that's who you are. You are a giver, and it feels good to give. So having those resources that brings you freedom, the financial resources, and also to love fully, to have a relationship that is real and beautiful and rewarding and mutual love, and have that, and have your health and feel energetic and alive and vital. That's freedom, to have that. And that's what you want. You want to have that. I know, because that's what I want. That's what I work towards having complete and utter freedom to do what I want, when I want, and who I want to do it with, and how, and I want to, help family and others in Project Santa Claus. That's what it's all about. And that I wanted to do for many, many years. And that's helping people if they need a car, if they need a battery, if they need a year's worth of groceries, if, it's just, it's giving. And if you're here, I know you are a giver. You are a giver. Yet we do have to take care of ourselves first, or we're not in that energy. And so the more that we change our self-talk from negative to positive, meaning negative, what you can't do and what can't be done, to what you can do and what can be done, and focus on those things. And that is why I'm constantly suggesting and encouraging every single person that will listen to me to get the self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created, because it's passive rewiring of the brain, and it's always in the description. Literally, it is every single program that you can possibly think of, including defeating problems, having a winning relationship, finding the job that you, not finding, but creating the job that you want, like having the self-esteem, a healthy self-esteem. Every single program is the foundation, is having a healthy self-esteem. So if you have a healthy self-esteem, you're going to believe in yourself, you're going to trust yourself, you're going to have self-confidence, and you're going to move forward knowing that you can do anything. There'll be change that comes your way, and you're going to look at it and say, oh, okay, that's not a lot of fun right now, but what opportunity is here? How can I turn that around? How can I shift my perspective and love what's coming my way, even though it's difficult? What can I do with it? It is a shift in perspective. It is a shift in your emotional state, and you get to choose your emotional state. You can be a victim to change the things that come your way, or you can see it as, this might be something that could be beneficial to me. Like if I chose it, how could it be wrong? And this is the spiritual of what I teach, of the spiritual journey, that not only did you choose it all, I believe you chose it all, which is what I teach, coming on down to planet Earth, and you have a mission. Like, why did you come to planet Earth? Yet if you chose it, how could it possibly be wrong? Your higher self is constantly guiding you and putting in your path the things that you ask to have put in your path, so that you can make your journey the way that you want to and have that expansion in consciousness and experiences on planet Earth. Because this is a blip. Planet Earth, a blip. And the experiences that we have here, you probably have someone who is passed on, right? And they were here, now they're not. And just like I have recently. And it's not, when you really, really love someone, you could see that as just falling apart and really not moving out of the grief. And it could be not just a person, but it could be, think of the fires, right? Burning down homes, absolutely everything that someone has, or a tornado or a hurricane or any natural disaster or anything at all. And how we can choose to just crumble and never pull ourselves up and live on planet Earth, the planet of duality and polarities, good and bad, wrong and right, and anything else, black and white, whatever it is, and wet and dry. Go polarity, right? But just know that everything is the same. It's two opposite sides of the same pole or stick, and neutral in here, but it's all one thing. And the polarity, or the opposite, is the contrast. So focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. Move through, just as I have shown you with my hubby transitioning. Move through all of it. Feel the grief, because that's the or whatever the emotions are. As you move through that is a privilege, and it's an honor as a human to be able to feel these things. It doesn't feel like an honor and a privilege. I would have told you, wow, this is an honor and a privilege, as I cry my eyes out, right? But it is, because we get to feel these things. And when we are consciousness, it's light, love, frequency, peace. There is no senses. There are no emotions. Love is that's a very high frequency, and everything, there's peace and love, and that's what there is. And so whether it be frequency, sound, light, like everything, it's frequency, it's energy. And here on planet Earth, we have senses. We can taste and touch and smell and see and what's in other here. and then a sixth sense, right? We can intuition or any of that. Yet, what is all of that? What if you all of a sudden you couldn't hear or taste or see or smell or anything, like everything was wiped out, all your senses, nothing else would be relevant to you. You would have no you would have no way to and if you came in to planet Earth with no senses, nothing would be relevant. You wouldn't know about colors or sounds or smells or tastes or any of that. And so that is where you go when you meditate and move into, say, the fifth dimension, where it's time space. Like time is infinite time. It's all one, and everything happening at the same time, rather than being in the third dimension where time is from point A to point B. The Newtonian model is, okay, it's going to take me 2 minutes to move from over there to over there, to go get a glass of water and fill it up and then drink it and then come back. It's going to take me time. It's going to take me time that can be measured. That's the Newtonian. Yet to the quantum is no time. I mean, it's time is infinite. And this is where you can move into that as consciousness, into meditating, and just become consciousness and move into the field where you can create absolutely anything that your little heart desires. And it doesn't take time once you believe and understand your power. So I've gone a little deep here, but not really, because I think that you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, I would suggest that the Master Key System is a great book to read. Bruce Lipton, his books of How to Change Your Biology, The Honeymoon, is it The Honeymoon Effect? But pretty much Suzanne Giesman, I think that's how you pronounce her name, is a medium, and really teaches you how to connect with people who have gone beyond the curtain, and or whatever you want to call, have transcended or transitioned or have died, or whatever you want to say, whatever you would like to call that. And so you are the power, and you can do absolutely anything. So when you start to believe that and understand that on planet Earth, when you got here, you were programmed. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed. You could have been anyone, done anything, created anything. And then somebody told you that can't be done, or you can't do that because you don't have enough money, or you're not tall enough, or you don't have the right skill set, or you don't have a musical bone in your body, or you could never be president because you're not smart enough, or absolutely anything. And pretty soon you started telling yourself that I wanted to be president, but I'm not smart enough. And believe me, you probably are. So, you were programmed just as I was, and in the program says you are limited and you are unlimited. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. So freedom, creating freedom in your life, that is the goal for most of us, to have the freedom to just be, to create, to do what we want to do. And it is totally possible. It is totally possible when you understand that you were born with that unlimited promise and potential, and you got programmed. You can change those programs. You can fire and wire the right programs together so that you have neural pathways that are being created, new ones that will overwrite the ones that are stopping you, holding you back, and these mental programs that are not beneficial at all and can even be harmful. So I hope that is helpful. for January 12th. I'm going to read it one more time the way that Dr. Shad wrote it. I see change as a natural part of life, the next pathway to my positive future, and the opportunity to grow. In any change that comes my way, I look for the opportunity in the change. I find a way to learn and grow because of it, and I make it work. So you can excel in any area of your life. You can find success in any area of your life. You can excel in times of change. I've shown you that for months and months of when I was going through and still going through the changes in my life. How can you excel in times of change? And I just show you and I show you and I show you. And changing your programs is a very big part of it. Listening to the self-talk, which is very passive. If you are new, please download the self-talk app, which is 30 days free. It's not my app. It belongs to Dr. Shad Helmstetter. I'm an affiliate, and it's $19.99 a month. So I'm not getting rich off of this. It's not a huge anything. But I am a product of the product, and I believe in it, and I will always encourage peeparoos to get that. You can have up to 6 peeparoos on your account. So 6 people can be listening to that self-talk. Can you imagine your home with 6 of you listening, or 3 of you, and having a mother-in-law or whoever, and really the children. Imagine a child from 0 to 7 getting that positive self-talk. And so I encourage you to download that and start listening passively. Woo! I love you so very, very much. There's so much going on, yet you are the driver. And all of last year, we talked about finding your purpose, the self-talk, positive self-talk for finding your purpose. And when you find your purpose, that gives you direction, and you can look at it as your overall mission. Like, why did you come here? What is it that you wanted to create, achieve, become? What is it that you wanted to leave behind? Your legacy, or what do you want to see that you're doing for others? And that is so powerful. It is so powerful when you look at it that way, and you know what your purpose is, and then you're moving in sync with how it feels. Like, it feels right. Everything feels aligned when the things that you're creating a skill set around, things that feel aligned and right for you, rather than kicking and screaming like, I really don't want to be a doctor. I really don't want to be an attorney, but my parents want me to be that. And I really don't want to practice music all this time. I love music, but not like that. But my parents want me to do it. And so if you are at all dragging your feet or not wanting to do something, just really look at it and say, am I aligned with this? Is this why I came to planet Earth? And also look and say, go within and say, what do I really want to do? Who do I want to become? How can I serve? Because when you are service to others, which I know if you are listening to this, I know that you are in service to others. Like, you are not service to self, you are service to others. And because when you, just like on these videos, I don't get paid to do these videos. This comes from my heart. I volunteered all my life. And this is like volunteering to give of what I have learned. And it brings me immense joy and pleasure to come to, every single day and share what I've learned, and give ideas and exchange ideas and all of that. So I hope that you will share in the comments, like, what do you think about all of this? How do you think about change? How do you look at change as opportunity? Do you see yourself as being a victim? Do you see other peeparoos as being a victim? Do you see that? Can you look and say, well, I thought that maybe I was a victim, but maybe that is an opportunity. Maybe I haven't really explored to see how that could serve me. And wow, if I chose all of it, I never really thought about that. But if I came here and I chose all of it, you're right. How could it be wrong? Why would I put something really horrible that's going to throw me off my path in front of me? So there must be something good about it, something that I'm to learn, or expansion, or an opportunity that I haven't looked at and or haven't seen it uh, right in front of me, and taken advantage, created something from it. So there's so mucho to look and see. And when you lose something, because we never lose anything. We live in an abundant universe, and unless we see lack, there is no lack. When we are in lack, that is when there's desperation. We're coming from a low frequency. Believe me, I work at this all the time. I miss my husband. I miss him immensely. I will just break down and cry because uh, that was love at first sight. And now he's not here, and after 35 years, and that's I could just crumple and never get back up again. There are a lot of people who move into grief, and they are never themselves again. And I choose to not be a victim. I choose to say I chose it all. And if I chose it all, that means he's happy where he's at. And there's something for me to learn, and an experience that I needed to experience without him in my life. And that's how I choose to see it. And it is very empowering, very empowering. So this change is, we can look at it as a negative, or we can look at it as an opportunity. And I'm going to read this one last time. I see change as a natural part of life. Natural. It's always happening on planet Earth. We're in a planet of duality. The next pathway to my positive future and the opportunity to grow. How can you grow from something that feels like such a negative? What if you were to go to another city or state, and all of a sudden the person of your dreams is there, and you would have never ever gone there had something that felt so terrible happened? And so and there you meet the love of your life, or you find the job that you have wanted, or you meet the exact connection that you needed in order to create a business venture, or something, a nonprofit, or whatever it is. You never know unless you open your eyes to the opportunity that can be presented when you're ready. In any change that comes my way, I look for the opportunity in the change. I find a way to learn and grow because of it, and I make it work. Very empowering. I love you so very, very much. I hope this was helpful. I love sharing these with you, the self-talk phrases. And you, I believe in you. You can do it. You can change, create, have, become absolutely anything that you want to. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and you got programmed. And you can rewire your brain with the programs that you want. You can change those programs to programs that don't work for you, the 77% in your conscious brain and the 90 to 95% in your subconscious brain that are on autopilot. You can change those around. You can rewire your brain with the programs that you want, specifically a very healthy self-esteem. And you can share that with your children and your loved ones. I love you so very, very mucho. As always, shining my light to brighten yours, and we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.